Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me, Madiha Salim. I have done diploma in community midwifery, generic BACN, and recently I have done my master degree from Dow Institute of Nursing and Midwifery. Currently, I am working as a lecturer at Dow Institute of Nursing and Midwifery, and I am teaching course anatomy and physiology in semester one and semester two. So I would like to start today's session with objective. So at the end of this session, learner will be able to define respiratory system, define respiration, describe the structure and function of the following structure, that is upper respiratory tract, nose, pharynx, larynx. And I'm also going to discuss about lower respiratory tract that include trachea, bronchial tree, and lungs. Discuss the physiology of respiration by explaining the mechanism of pulmonary ventilation, external respiration, and internal respiration. Last but not least, I'm going to discuss about nervous control of the respiration. So it was all about of today objective. We'll now start with the respiratory system. Respiratory system is basically contribute to homeostasis by providing for exchange of gases, oxygen, and carbon dioxide between the atmosphere, air, blood, and tissue cells. And it is also helped to adjust the pH of our body fluid. This is the structure of the respiratory system. Respiratory system basically consists of nose, pharynx, larynx, and it is also called voice box, trachea. It is also known as the windpipe, bronchi, lungs. Its part can be classified according to either structure and function. Now I'm going to share the structurally division. Respiratory system consists of two parts, that is the upper respiratory system that include nose, pharynx, and associated structure. And lower respiratory system that include larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs. Now, I am going to share the division of functionally. Functionally, it is also consist of two zones, that is the conducting zone and respiratory zone. The conducting zone is further consist of nose, pharynx, and larynx, trachea, and bronchi, bronchioles, terminal bronchioles. The function of conducting zone is basically the filter, warm, and filter the air. Now moving towards the respiratory zone. Respiratory zone is consist of respiratory bronchioles, alveolar ducts, alveolar sac, alveoli, and the function of the respiratory zone is exchange the gases between the air and blood. Nose can be divided into external and internal portion. External portion is consist of supporting network of bone and hyaline cartilage, frontal bone, nasal bone, maxilliform bone, framework of external nose. The cartilage framework of external nose consists of septal cartilage, lateral nasal cartilage, olar cartilage. Now, we have internal nose. Internal nose is a large cavity in the interior aspect of the skull. It lies interior to the nasal bone and superior to the mouth. It lies with the muscles and mucous membrane. The space between internal nose is called nasal cavity. Interior portion of the nasal cavity just inside the nostril called vestibule. Now we have internal nose that is secreted by the goblet cell that moist the air and trap the air particles. This is the structure, a pictorial view of the nasal. You can see the nasal bone and upper lateral cartilage and lower lateral cartilage. Now I'm moving towards the pharynx. Pharynx, it is a funnel-shaped tube about 13 centimeter long. It is started at the internal layers and extends to the level of cricoid cartilage. The pharynx lies just posterior to the nasal and oral cavities, superior to the larynx, and just interior to the cervical vertebra. The pharynx function as a passageway for air and food, provide a resonating chamber for speech, sound, and houses the tonsils which participate in the immunological reaction against foreign invader. Now we have a pharynx. Pharynx can be divided into three anatomical regions, that is nasopharynx, superior portion, oropharynx, that is the intermediate portion, and last but not least, that is the laryngopharynx, that is the inferior portion of the pharynx. This is a pictorial view. As you can see, the nasopharynx is a superior portion, and in middle portion that is the oropharynx, and the inferior portion is the laryngopharynx. Larynx or voice gauze is a short passageway that connects the laryngopharynx with the trachea. It lies on the middle of the neck, interior to the esophagus, and through cervical 4 to cervical 6 vertebra. The wall of larynx is composed of 9 pieces of cartilage. Three cartilage occurs singly, that is the thyroid cartilage. It is also called the Adam's apple, epiglottis, leaf shapes required, that is a ring-like, and three cartilage occurs in pair. That is arytenoid, that is a resemblance to triangular piece, cuneiforms, that is a horn shape, that is a caniculate cartilage, that is a club shape. Uh, in this picture, you can see the division of different cartilage with the color indicate in green, you can see the epiglottis, and in a dark brown color, you can see the thyroid cartilage, and blue color, you can see the arytenoid cartilage. In yellow, you can see the cricoid cartilage. And in purple shade, you can see the caniculate cartilage. Thyroid cartilage. The thyroid cartilage consists of two loose plates of hyaline cartilage that form the interior wall of the larynx and give it a triangular shapes. It present in both male and female, but is usually larger in male due to the influence of male sex hormone on its growth during puberty. Epiglottis. It is a large leaf-like piece of elastic cartilage and covered with epithelium. During the swallowing, the pharynx and larynx rises. Elevation of pharynx widen it is to receive food or drink. Elevation of larynx causes the epiglottis to move down and form a lid over glottis, closing it off. Now we have a cricoid cartilage. It is a ring of hyaline cartilage and form the inferior wall of the larynx. Arytenoid cartilage. It is a paired arytenoid cartilage. It is a triangular piece of hyaline cartilage. They attach the vocal cord and intrinsic pharyngeal muscles. Now we have a cuneiform cartilage, club shape. Elastic cartilage interior to the cricoid cartilage support the vocal fold and lateral aspect of the epiglottis. Corniculate cartilage, that is a horn-shaped piece of elastic cartilage, are located at the apex of each arytenoid cartilage. They are supporting structure for the epiglottis. Trachea. Trachea or windpipe is a tubular passageway for the air that is about 12 cm long and 2.5 cm in diameter. The 16 to 20 incomplete horizontal rings of hyaline cartilage resembles the letter C. It is located interior to the esophagus and extend from the larynx to the superior border of the fifth thoracic vertebra. They divide into right and left pulmonary bronchi. Bronchi at the superior border of the fifth thoracic vertebra. Trachea divide into the right primary bronchi and left primary bronchi, which goes into the lungs. The right bronchi is more vertical, shorter, wider than left primary bronchi. It is like pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. At the point when trachea divided into right and left, it is known as carina. Now we have bronchi. The primary bronchi divided into secondary bronchi. It is called lobar bronchi. The secondary bronchi divided into 9 or 10 tertiary bronchi. That is called segmental bronchi. Tertiary bronchi divided into bronchioles. Bronchioles divided into terminal bronchi. bronchioles. The terminal bronchioles divided into respiratory bronchioles. This extensive branches is known as bronchial tree. Now we have alveolar duct. Respiratory bronchioles open into the expansive chamber called alveolar duct. This passageway ends at the alveolar sac. Alveolar sac is common chamber connected to the individual alveoli. Now we have alveoli. Alveoli is a cup-shaped outpouching lining by simple squamous epithelium. Type 1 alveolar cells. Type 1 alveolar cells. It is a simple squamous epithelial cell. It is made